$20. When looking for something in your pantry or at the store, use the barcode scanner with audio cues to help you find what you want. Campbell's tomato soup. When available, hear additional product details. Heat and microwave bowl on high. And even hear descriptions of images in other apps like Twitter by importing them into Seeing AI. A close-up of Bill Gates. Finally, explore our experimental features like scene descriptions to get a glimpse of the future. I think it's a young girl throwing a frisbee in the park. Experience the world around you with the Seeing AI app from Microsoft.
This AI tool is better than Midjourney for one-time cost because
you can create unlimited AI images with accurate text for a one-time.
Introducing Seeing AI.
Seeing AI is an intelligent camera app. It can provide you with information about who and what is around you. That's particularly useful for someone with a visual impairment. Just hold up your phone and hear a description. Like when asking a friend, there will be different things you want to know about. So just switch between the channels like you would on a TV, and you'll hear different types of information being spoken out. You can read short pieces of text or scan an entire document. You can recognize products, people, and other objects like currency. Let's take a look at each channel in detail.
Microsoft logo appears. Read text around you with Seeing AI.
The first Seeing AI channel is short text, and like the name suggests, we can use this for reading text in our environment. You'll be surprised just how many things have writing on, and Seeing AI can instantly read any, not handwriting, but any standard text. The ability for computers to read text using OCR has been around for many years, but what makes this unique is the way that it starts reading straight away. A simple example here, I have two envelopes for me and a colleague, but I don't know which is mine. So I'm just going to take one of these envelopes and put it under the camera.
Anirudh Kaul.
Cool. So as you heard, it said Anirudh Kaul, who is my colleague, so that's not my envelope. So just to make sure, let's also try the other one.
Saqib Sheikh.
Cool. Bad pronunciation, but yes, that's mine. Now that worked quite well. Sometimes, however, you may find that the app doesn't read all the text. That might be because you're off to the side or a bit too close, so you should try moving the phone around until you get all the text in view. Also, this works best for short amounts of text, where it can all be in view at once. If you want to read a whole document, then we have a different channel for that. And talking of documents, I wonder what's inside the envelope.
Microsoft logo appears. Read printed documents with Seeing AI.
Seeing AI's document channel enables you to read the text of a document. Now, OCR's been around for quite some time. However, with the mobile phone, taking a picture of a document can be quite challenging. To help with this, we detect the edges of the document and provide guidance on how to position the phone. And once we recognize the text in the document, we go one step further by also detecting the formatting, which enables you to navigate more easily using VoiceOver's navigation commands. So here I have a document, and as I put the phone over it,
No edges visible.
I hear that no edges are visible.
Top and left edge is not visible.
Because it has detected the presence of the document, and straight away it's giving me guidance. And you also heard it said, two edges weren't visible, etc. Instead of just moving the phone around and manually taking a picture, I'm going to use a different technique which I personally find to be useful, which is to put the camera in the center of the document. And the camera, remember, is not in the middle of the phone, but in the top right corner normally. So let's do that.
No edges visible.
And making sure it stays parallel, I'm going to lift the phone up.
With this, we detect the edges of the document and provide guidance on how to position the phone. And once we recognize the text in the document, we go one step further by also detecting the formatting, which enables you to navigate more easily using VoiceOver's navigation commands. So here I have a document, and as I put the phone over it,
No edges visible.
I hear that no edges are visible.
Top and left edge is not visible.
Because it has detected the presence of the document, and straight away it's giving me guidance.
Most of you haven't seen this, so okay, that's good information. This is the only slide I have. I want to give you the link where you can try these features yourselves after I'm done with the demo. So that is aka.ms Vision Studio. And Cognitive Services for Vision AI has a large foundational model for vision and language. It is a transformer-based model, and it empowers the majority of the vision tasks that I'm going to demo here. And if you want to look up the research papers and read about transformer models and the model architecture, learn about vectors and embeddings, you can search for Project Florence Microsoft and you can find the research papers. Okay, so with that, let me jump into Vision Studio. So Vision Studio is this web portal where you can try the computer vision capabilities with a no-code experience. This experience, you can access this without even being signed in with an Azure account. If you sign in with an Azure account and you bring a computer vision resource, you can bring your own content and you can try these features with your own content. So let me start by showing you optical character recognition. So we have here images already provided for you, or you can bring your own, and then you can push the image to the API, and then it's going to give you the results. This is a handwritten optical character recognition, and then in the JSON tab, you can find the API.
There it is. We've been waiting for this one.
And this is fun.
1, 2, 3, 4. So by default, it will use COCO weights, the weights of the model.
In artificial intelligence, particularly in language processing and emotional recognition, our virtual companions are becoming
our extinction with timeframes and trigger points.
You're still working with messages. So let me replace this with what it should be. So I just replaced this with what it should be.
NVIDIA maxing eye contact brings a whole new level.
Because out in the next few years.
I mean, it's impossible to predict. Like, I always, like, again.
Hi there, it's Carl, and today I'm going to do a review of the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, but from a blind person's perspective.
Yeah, that could potentially lead you straight to your soulmate. Meanwhile, Instagram seems to be climbing aboard the AI
busters. But what's a Jetson? Well, Jetson is NVIDIA's answer to Edge AI, and that's all about bringing computational muscle closer to where the action is actually happening.
Paint splatters on screen revealing a series of images, a woman playing violin, then in a bright pink costume, then in a blind skier pinning atop a mountain. The paint drip splatters revealing text in print and braille, unsightly opinions.
Hi, welcome to Unsightly Opinions. My name's Tamara. Today I am going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial and review on one of my favorite blindness apps, Microsoft Seeing AI. It is one of the most versatile and fully featured free blindness apps I have ever found. I want to go through all of its identification features like handwriting detection, currency detection, text detection, color detection, light detection, and everything in between. So if this is something you're interested in learning a little more about, stay tuned. If you're an iPhone user, Microsoft Seeing AI works brilliantly with VoiceOver. I believe it's also available for Google and Android phones, but please don't quote me on that because I've never tried it out. I believe if you're also not a screen reader user, you can tap the button and it will still identify and speak aloud text, so you don't have to turn on VoiceOver, although I will be using VoiceOver today because that's my preferred method to navigate this phone. Once you download and open the app, it has a wide range of features with a very simple navigation style. At the very top left of the app, it has a menu.
Menu.
If you double tap on that,
Browse photos. Button.
you'll have the photos that Microsoft Seeing AI has
Help.
taken.
Button.
Help.
Feedback. Button.
Feedback.
About. Settings. Button.
Settings.
About. Button.
About. And that's it. If you move all the way back to the top left,
Close. Button.
you can close that menu. I have not used that menu for anything. It works just fine without managing any settings or giving any feedback. For the most part, where you're going to be interacting
Channel. Odyssey.
is near the bottom of the screen. And there's a number of different options that you can select from by either swiping up or down. The first option is short text, which is going to try and recognize text as it sees it. So I'm going to grab something with text here, and I'm going to hold it in front of my phone, and we'll see what it does.
Sans gluten. Breton.
So I think I have the French side up.
Gluten-free. Breton. Crackers. Breton. Crackers 135 grams.
So holding this item about a foot away from the back-facing camera on my phone, it's identified that this box I'm holding is gluten-free Breton crackers, which is pretty fantastic because I might not have known what specific variety of crackers these were just by holding up the box. To move to the next item in this list, you will have to swipe up.
Document.
In the document setting, it's going to do a couple of different things. I have a manual here with some text, and I'd love to know what this manual says. So all I'm going to do is hold up my camera and move my camera back and forward a little bit until it tells me it's happy with the positioning of my camera. It will automatically take the picture once it recognizes text, and it can identify where the borders of the text are. Let me show you.
Bottom and left edges not visible. Hold steady. Processing.
So let's swipe through and see what it says.
Scan resolved. Important safety.
Important safety.
Instructions.
Instructions.
Do not destroy.
Do not destroy.
When using electrical appliances, follow to reduce the risk of fire. Misuse or failure to follow these warnings and instructions may cause overheating,
Fire, personal injury and slash or property damage. 1. Be sure to read carefully all instructions before using this heated product. 2. Do not use this heated product with an infant, child, incapacitated, or immobile person, paraplegic or quadriplegic, a diabetic, anyone.
It recognized that without any errors. That's fantastic, and is a real game changer when you get printed materials. I use this short text and document reader every time I get mail. It's awesome. But let's swipe up again and see what the next section is.
Product.
Under product, it uses a barcode scanner to try and identify whatever product you have. This is particularly useful if you have a lot of cans or a lot of produce items, and it's going to do its best to try and identify it for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold up this same cracker box, and we're going to see if we can figure out where the barcode is. It's going to tell me when it sees it.
Processing. Der Breton crackers, herb and garlic.
I just had to rotate the item slowly in my hand, and as soon as it saw it, it was going to identify, and it did so correctly. These are, in fact, Breton crackers. We double-checked that with the short text option just a minute ago. If we go back to our channel slider and swipe up again,
person,
we get the person identifier. When it sees a person in frame, it is going to try and identify physical features. This one's kind of fun. With this one, you will have to hit the capture photo button, which is located just above the channel slider. So if I run my finger up from the center of my phone,
take picture button.
You'll find the take picture button.
One face near right edge, one face near center, less than a meter away.
It's going to tell me where the face is positioned, and I'm just going to take the photo. Let's see what it says I look like.
Processing. Cancel. Button. 33-year-old woman looking neutral.
It's off by about 4 years, but I think it's pretty fun that it's so close to being accurate to actual age. In our next section,
currency.
It has a currency identifier. From the channel menu, if you swipe left, you can change the currency that it's going to identify. Right now, if I swipe left,
recognizing Canadian dollars.
It's set to Canadian dollars because I am Canadian, but it works with just about every known currency. It's really fantastic if you're going to travel to a different country and you're not familiar with the currency or what it is. So I'm going to grab some Canadian dollars and show you how that works. Now, Canadian money is typically fairly accessible all on its own because it has full cell braille identifiers. I find the most luck with this feature when I start close to the camera and slowly move the bill away from the back-facing camera. I think I have a $5 bill here. It has a $5 marked in braille, but we're going to see what it says.
$5.
And it's identified it. Let's do another one. I have another bill here. I'm not even going to read the braille. Let's see what this is.
$50.
That's pretty quick. I have a few American dollars here as well, and I'm going to see if it's going to identify this bill for me because I have no idea what kind of bill this is.
Japanese yen, New Zealand, Nigeria, Pakistan, Singapore, Turkish lira, US dollars.
Double tap to select, and let's see what it says now.
$20.
It's identified this very quickly for me as a $20 bill. If we go back to our channel slider again and we swipe up, our next category is
scene. Preview.
So it's going to try and identify objects and your surroundings as best as it can. This is where it tends to make some more mistakes, but let's see what it says you look like.
Take picture. Button. Take processing. Probably a desk with a camera on it.
It's not wrong. There is a camera, but it's on a shelf. It can still be helpful in certain situations to understand what's around you, and the AI gets better all the time. So I'm not going to complain about that feature, although it's not one that I use very often. If we go back to our channel slider again and swipe up, it didn't announce, but it is the color slider. It's going to try and identify colors as best as it can. And I find this one to be not very accurate, but it does the trick in a bind. Right now I'm pointing it at my top.
Gray.
And it's a khaki green.
Gray and black.
If I point it at this pink mug.
Gray and black.
It's describing it as gray and black. And it is most certainly not gray and black.
Gray.
This color identifier I find doesn't work particularly well. Until recently, I always used Aploy, which had a free color identifier, which I found was far more accurate. But unfortunately, it needed an update and now says it's no longer supported. So if you have a good app for color identification, let me know because this one is not my favorite. If we swipe up again in our channel, our next category is
handwriting. Preview.
Handwriting. And I have taken the time to write a few things on this piece of paper. Let's see if the app can decipher my chicken scratch. So I'm going to hold it in front of the back-facing camera. And this one, again, does not tell you when it's in frame, unfortunately. It is in beta right now, so it's not perfect, but we're going to take that photo.
Take picture. Processing. Cancel. Button. This is a test of handwriting.
I still think it's fantastic that it can read printed handwriting. If you are left a handwritten note, it can generally decipher it depending on the neatness of the writing. Again, another really useful feature to have in an accessibility app. And if we swipe up again, we get our final section, which is light. And you're going to notice that it's playing a tone right now. And it plays low tone when there's low light and very high tone when there's high light. So I'm going to face it directly at the softbox behind me here. And you'll see that as I move it away from the light, or I cover the camera with my hand, it gets to a low pitch again. This light identifier is really useful for people who are totally blind and have no light perception to determine what the light level's at, if they've left the lights on, what time of day it is. So again, it's really useful in specific circumstances.
You're still working with messages. So let me replace this with what it should be. So I just replaced this with what it should be for the GP.
In artificial intelligence, particularly in language processing and emotional recognition, are
NVIDIA maxing eye contact.
How much money do you make?
Make $1 million every month.
And how old are you?
I'm 17.
This is going to be one of the craziest episodes I've ever done. And just because I know how crazy this sounds and a lot of people aren't going to believe you, can you actually just show us and refer?
A few weeks ago, I shared this video where this guy claims to turn into a cute girl in real time. You can see that even when he pinches his face, it remains consistent.
已经是很完善的，包括像这种捏脸。
Navigation menus, etc., and the content of the page. Navigation menus, etc.
This video is...
A few days ago over on LinkedIn, I was able to show how I could create
This is one of the best AI video generators you can use.
Coming to the new Pixels, adding someone to a photo. Instead of handing a phone over to a stranger, the phone uses augmented reality to scan the
Navigation menus.
Starting.
not music production related at all, but I just gotta rant real quick. I am so sick of seeing those AI videos on here to promote people's music. It's awful for the environment. It steals other people's work without crediting them. And honestly, it looks bad most of the time. And I get it. People think it's like the only option if you want to make like an off-putting video. But it's not. Just hire a visual artist. There's so many out there that are looking for work and will do super cool stuff for you. Like I literally put out a music video